All right, we're going to be jumping into some 700 ELO chess today. We get the white pieces, and we're going to be doing our best to just talk through all of our moves about how to reach 700 ELO in chess. We're going to start by playing d4, just do our best to take control of the center. Wow, okay. Now, so they're getting their knight out instead of meeting us with d5. And look, this is a little bit of an inaccuracy, but we're just going to be doing our best just to get our pieces out, get into our development. Everyone hates in the London system these days, but why? It's so reliable, gets the pieces out, quick development. Okay, that is just gross. Now, they're moving the knight to attack my bishop 2 moves into the game, but they've only moved the knight twice already. No pawns out. We're just going to slide back. We don't want that trade. Now they push a pawn. This is already just ugly. Geez, what's happening at this 700 ELO? Let's just keep up with their development. They might be looking to come here and push in the center, but even then, we're just going to win a pawn there. So now they get the bishop out, and look, I am going to push this pawn to reinforce my center, even though it looks like I'm walking into a pin, but that's fine because I'm going to look to get my bishop out, break that pin, and then what are we going to do? We're going to castle, okay? Now, we don't need to overcomplicate things. Let's just keep getting our pieces out. Look to get into our development. We're going to look to kick this bishop away, this knight away by playing c4. And when we play d4, I always love playing eventually c4 and just sort of taking even more of that center, kicking this piece away. And now where's it going to go? It's going to force to come back here, and then they've already moved it 3 times. Not ideal, is it? But now we just need to sort of keep getting to our work, look to get our pieces out. We've got 1, 2 minor pieces. Nice. So they move it back, and they're looking to attack this pawn here. It's defended. We don't really need to do that much right now. What I am going to do is I am just going to develop my knight, look to defend it again. So when we eventually develop the bishop, this is still defended, okay? And we're just sort of thinking, what is our opponent trying to do? How can we sort of go against that to make sure that doesn't happen? And then just get through the opening, get our pieces out, take control of the center like we've done, then just look to castle. Jeez. Now, so they do go for that E4, E5 idea and go for the center, but that's just a free pawn for us because we can take, they can take, and then we can just take back with our bishop. And we're fine. They don't need to sort of look to exploit this pin because we can take. What are we doing now? Now we're looking to attack this rook in the corner. And it's just all sort of coming together for us now, isn't it? Now, again, we still need to be a little bit careful. We do need to get the bishop out, look to castle. But for now, we're all looking okay. We can kick that away. What are they trying to do here? They've got 1, 2 attackers on our knight. Even though it is pinned now, we've got 1, 2 defenders, which is fine. But let's just kick it away. Look to sort of instigate that trade. Nice. And if they do take here, it's not ideal, but we will go for a queen trade, given we're up 2 pieces. Bang. And then what are we going to do? We're going to be taking the rook for free. Thank you very much. So when they take back, it's always one of those things. When we go back to here, we don't all, after they take our knight, we don't have to and then trade on our terms. We can look for a few little in-between moves. We're not going to overcomplicate it too much, but then we can take, and then we'll get to this position. We looked before earlier. We got our bishop here on E4, E5 earlier, and it was looking at the rook, and now we just win the piece. And look, this is still attacked, so we'll take it, okay? Now, we're up a piece. They're going to have to move that. Nice. What do we think we can do here? Let's just look to kick him away. Win another tempo on this bishop. It's not really threatening anything there. We've still got our bishop defending this pawn. We do probably, before we get this piece out, we don't want to let them sort of get these stuff and, oh, it is okay. Actually, you know what? Let's just develop the bishop, look to castle, and then we should be fine because not too much is happening for our opponent right now. They don't have that much. They are looking to add another attacker to this piece. That's fine. Let's just push. Now they've got 1, 2 attackers, and now we've got here, bang, pinning this. I like this. Now that's not able to move. They are looking to sort of create some activity here, but we're up a piece. We are just in a, before we do castle, we can think of what are they trying to do. They might be looking at castle here. So let's just come back with the bishop. Save the piece that we're already up. We worked hard to win it. Let's not throw it away just like that, okay? Now they're looking to come here. We might have to lose a pawn here. So let's just take. They might be looking to take and we can come back. Nice. So they have got 3 attackers on here. We're going to leave it. We're going to just focus on getting our king to safety, castle, and then double the rooks. Now we can come back here. We're still defending this pawn. They are attacking here. They are going to be able to get us a fork if they want. But because we came back, we're now defending as well. Nice. I don't mind that move. So they come here and they'll come. But that's still just, it just loses material though, right? So let's just come here, get out, move one piece out. Then we'll be able to take. And we're still up a piece going into the end game. And this is fine. So we're going to look to get our king involved now. And we've just, the kids put on a bit of a masterclass here. So let's just, nice. We'll take that free pawn. Why? Because they're not able to take back with the knight because it's pinned to the king. Always. What is our pieces doing? Every piece has a role, okay? Now they're coming back. That's fine. We could sack if we wanted to, but let's just go. Oh, I'll take that. Thank you. Now we're just looking to chomp up all the pieces. We're fine. Bang. Bang, promote to a queen, and that should be game. So at this rating range, we don't need to overcomplicate it too much. We just need to make sure that all our pieces are active and get out of the opening. We'll sack that, pick this up, and then look to promote to a queen and end the game. But I was thinking of this with my friends the other day. I was like, why is chess actually just such a good game? Like, it's been around for so long. Are they going to resign? I think they might resign. It's been around for so long, and imagine like so many years ago when people were playing chess, they didn't have the engines, they wouldn't have been able to sort of review their games. It would have been how sort of people that don't really know how to play chess these days play, where you just sort of throw the pieces, you know that the pawn can move 2 spots off the opening and you don't really know what you're doing. But we're just going to come back here and then look to promote this, and then, or he should be winning. But no, that's why chess is so good, because it's just so many different games. And I had this conversation with one of my friends the other day that was like, yeah, but it's the same thing every time. And I was like, that's where you're wrong. Like, it's just not. So there's our checkmate. But yeah, that's the first game. Let's jump into another one. All right, let's jump into a second game here. And we're going to be doing it in blitz this time. And now we get the black pieces. And they go with e4. We're just going to meet them with e5. They get the knight out. Same sort of thing applies. We're just looking to get our pieces out. We're not looking to overcomplicate it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Please go for the 5-liver attack. Hop it in. Just do it. Just do it. You know you want to. You know you want to. Oh, wow. They're going even more aggressive. Let's take, that's fine. They might be looking off the knight in, and we can make it work. We're just going to come back here, though, because even if they bring their queen in, we don't want to let ourselves get trapped in the corner of the board. Wow. They're going crazy at 700 ELO. Oh, my God. All right, so now what we want to do is, we're obviously up a piece now. We can't castle. They've got their king to safety, so that's sort of their sort of compensation, if you will, for giving up their piece that early into the game, which isn't going to work, but they could have got an easy checkmate if we weren't careful there. But let's just get into our development now. We are going to have to sort of castle manually without sort of just getting our king up, looking to get our rook on the open file, which is fine, but we'll take that every day of the week for a free piece. But again, we still just want to stick. Now, when we see this move and they play c3, they're obviously look to go in the center of the board with d4. But are we fine with that? Yes, we are. So let's just push. If we need to slip back, we can, but it's not always that bad of a deal. We can take once, and that's fine. It does sort of open up our king a little bit, given it still is in the center of the board, but we don't need to worry about that too much, because we can just come back. We don't want to take this pawn, because then they will pin us, but we don't need to freak out too much now. Let's just take, and that's fine. If they take again, we will trade the queens, but ultimately, this isn't a terrible position for us. We're still up a piece. They are going to have to take, and then we'll be able to trade the queens, which is what we love. Wow, that's bad. So they've come here, and they're looking to win this piece, which isn't really going to work, because I am going to be taken here. I'm going to be looking for a queen trade. And if they trade the queens, I will be looking to come back. And even though they will eventually be able to push f4 and then win our piece, it is fine, because we didn't actually lose a piece. They just didn't take it back straight away, which was weird. Now, we can take, and they will have to push f4. They can't, apologies. We always got to be looking where our pieces are. Now they'll trade, and then we're going to be able to actually scoot back here and win a tempo on this. So they're going to have to move that again. And we don't mind this for us, because they're not going to be able to push here. I do just want to get my king out of the center here now, though. let's go here because now they're not able to push this. And we're already up 2 pieces. And I feel like this person's a prime example of like, just don't overcomplicate it too much. It's just, it does just make it difficult for you. And it's just, it often just doesn't really work, to be completely honest. We're just going to develop one more piece, look to win a tempo on the rook. And then now our rooks are connected, which is what we love and what we're also going for, okay? Now let's just push. We need to sort of get out of this pin ourselves, but we will do that next move. That's fine. They move there. They're attacking our piece, but that's fine. Let's just scoot back. Don't have any weird sacrifices there, and I'm fine with this. And now, as we said, we're up 2 pieces. It's been a bit of a weird game, to be completely honest with you. They're hopping in again aggressively. I'm not sure if I want to let that happen. I'm going to push. I'm actually going to give them this pawn. I'm going to push them here to kick him out of there because the reason I didn't want to push up with c6 is it allows them to jump in here with the knight and it's just going to cause trouble given they're going to fork our bishop and our king, okay? So I am going to give them this pawn and I'm just going to push and then when they take, I'm just going to win the tempo on it and come here, okay? So we don't mind this for us. It's all fine. No need to freak out. And now we've got our rook on the open file. There's about 3 open files in the middle of the board. The board is extremely open. And now we're going to be look to winning this piece, okay? So by doing that, we're going to come here, look to lift, and it's just going to be a nice piece. They obviously can't come here to defend because we'll take with our knight. It's just not looking good. And I think this is a prime example of why you don't want to be playing too aggressive. Like, you don't want to be throwing pieces around, sacrificing pieces early in the game, because it's not going to end well for you. And maybe it is a sign that when you're at this 700-800 ELO range, don't blunder your pieces. Don't throw them away and you'll just be able to come out unscathed. I heard someone say this and I feel like it's so true. Anything from 0 to 1,000 ELO, it's just about really just not blundering your pieces. I don't mind that move from my opponent though. What are they trying to do? They're attacking this piece. What could I give? Is there any weird checks that I can sort of get involved with? Yes, there is. Oh, this is actually beautiful. Ready? So I'm going to come, give them a check, and then we've got this nice move. Their only move here to F2, we're going to be able to jump the knight in and fork the king and the rook. Lovely. We'll take it. Nice. But yeah, so nice. And even if they do come here, I'm happy to trade. That's fine. What do I want to take here? So I've got obviously 3 pieces. Is there any way of saving this? We can go check. Where are they going to have to go? Do we have a potential checkmate? Yeah, let's not overcome it. We're happy to take. We'll take here. They can take, and then this piece is still undefended, which we don't mind. Yeah, we don't need to overcomplicate it for ourselves. There might have been a better move there, but we've won another piece in that exchange. And I feel like that's just another example of just simplifying down a little bit. Obviously now we've been talking through a few of our moves, the kid, and we've got 1:20 on the clock. So we're just going to move this back. Please give us a trade. Obviously, when we're up so much material, we're up a couple pieces, we're looking for trades. Our opponent's not. Our opponent doesn't want to trade, and they shouldn't trade here, okay? So if they end up trading the rooks, that's bad for them. We'll take. Thank you very much. We'll just be looking to munch up all their pawns with our 3 extra pieces here. Wow. And then look to finish off the game. But this is good for us. Wow. And I think this has been a nice example. Just don't freak out in the opening. Just get your pieces out. Even that... Obviously, look to castle if you can't in this case. And even we saw it and our opponent left. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you know how to get a 700 ELO now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.